Alright, looks like we're doing this. This is the PASGT Flak Vest, personal armor system for ground troops. It is also tied with the PASGT helmet, also known as the Cape Pot, also known as the M88, or just the Kevlar helmet. It's quite possibly the most ubiquitous helmet of all time, other than the M1, but that's, besides the point. Hey, look, that's you. That for other people on YouTube, that's a friend that this is supposed to be for. Anyways, this unfortunately has the chocolate chip cover on it, which is a pain in the ass to put on and off. So I need to take this off, and we will return when I do that. So sit and behave. Welcome back. And it has been stripped bare. I will tell you right now that there is not a single person in this hobby that I know that doesn't rue and lament this Rubik's Cube of camouflage fabric. I mean, this thing is a horrible, horrible, terrible day when you actually have to try to put it on for the first time. First time I tried putting one of these on my flak vest, it took me about 2 hours because I had no idea what was going on, and there was very, very few actual tutorials on YouTube or anything, so I was kind of, shit out of luck, unfortunately. You'll come to appreciate not having to put these on. I have 2 flak vests, and I usually just keep this on them all the time, but, well, this on one of them. Anyways, this is a whole nother video. This heaping pile of Kevlar is your basic flak vest. You got the your kind of, not really throat since it's not as much out front, but neck pads. These have Kevlar in them. Rifle pads, that way when you're shooting, you can rest the butt of a rifle up against the pad and it will not slide up off your shoulder. One interesting thing that most people don't actually check for or know exists is right in here, inside the back information panel. Lift back, and you have an informational booklet on how to take care of your vest, some manufacturing details. What does your armor do? Approximately 75% of all combat casualties are caused by fragments from mines, mortar shells, grenades, and artillery fire, etc., etc. This is a fun read. It's entertaining that they included a little book inside your body armor, and I think some of them still do that. I'm pretty sure the IBA had them for a little while, but that's besides the point. Now, this tutorial, I guess you would call it, is for putting your Alice webbing inside, or on, technically. I don't know how you would generally classify it, because it basically turns it into kind of analogous to a plate carrier. Like, you have your armor and all of your equipment in one thing. You throw it on all at once and you're good to go. I mean, obviously it doesn't have plates. It's a soft flak vest. I can fold it like laundry, but taco, whatever. Anyways, what you're going to want to do to start out is take these buttons. This is the first pattern. This is the first pattern vest since it has the exposed buttons. I'm just going to pull both of these up. You can go to the back and do the exact same. So the rifle pads should be able to just lift straight up. Now, what you're going to do is take your Alice webbing, lift it up a bit, take your flak vest, put the, flak vest right there, webbing goes underneath, and then you're going to take the buttons back and rebutton them, just like that. You're going to do the exact same thing for the ones out front, right there. Just button those down, do so on both sides. Bada bing, bada boom. It's 8 buttons in total, so it's, it can be a pain in the ass if you got to do it all day, but otherwise it's a really swift procedure. And there you have it. It is now connected. Jump cut. Now, the process of actually putting on your flak vest. As you can see, it's right here. Got your suspenders going underneath the rifle pads. You're going to unvelcro the front. Your arms up inside the armholes. And this is a 2-layer kind of design. You have some spots with the loop side of the Velcro right there. Close it up. Bring your belt around. Put it all together. And I have a, not really custom, but it's just a buckle up here. And just like that, you're good. I need to find my canteen. And as I said in my other video, if nobody or everybody has seen it, I don't know, I don't pay attention to such things. Another place you can stick your Fulton flashlight is right here on the grenade loops. Right there. You can think of that as like primitive Molly. So I can just hang right there. You can hang hand grenades there. 1 second. Mark II pineapple. You can just slide in one of those, and it hangs there just fine. So yeah, generally the flak vest fits pretty well for most people, considering there's only about 5 sizes. I have seen them go up to a 4XL, which this is an XL on me, and even then I got plenty of room inside this thing. This might be my large, I can't remember. I'm not sure how that would fit on somebody, especially not well. I've seen them go down to an extra small. I've only seen a couple of those. Generally, the flak vest, it breathes a hell of a lot better than the older M69 did that was used during Vietnam. I mean, they still get really hot, of course. It's a flak vest. You're covered in about, I think it's about 7 or 8 pounds of Kevlar, so you know, kind of gotta take what you can get. And the actual front of it does come over, so I mean, it's flexible enough that you can, you know, easily reach around. But I mean, if you're doing this all day, this corner right here will start to dig into your shoulder a little bit, and it's, you know, it'll be a pain in the ass, which is something you got to work around. Which, you know, for most people in this hobby, you're willing to put in that, you know, effort and just deal with the discomfort anyways. So it's like, who cares? So yeah, that is flak vest with webbing. Of course, I still have mine set up as I always do. 4 mag pouches up front, holster, 2 canteens, one of them is missing, and my butt pack. And I have the mounting for a bayonet over on the side. Very comfortable. A lot of guys tended to have their suspenders mounted way up, so that way all of their equipment would actually be like on their chest, which kind of be like that. I prefer to keep it a little bit lower, keeps it a little more flexible, because I mean, if all your gear is like right here, then your arms don't have a whole lot of room to maneuver. But if it's sitting down here, you know, I can do whatever the hell I need to do. Other than that, there's really not a whole lot involved with the PASGT. It's very simple. It was, you know, effective for the time. I mean, it's not going to stop rifle rounds, but it'll stop a handful of pistols. That's, I think Mr.Guns and Gear proved that a few years ago. You know, it stopped 380, 22, I think 9mm. He had a newer production one that was made in like 97 that actually managed to stop a, I think it stopped 357 from, like 10 yards, or maybe a little bit less than that. So that's pretty impressive. I mean, that makes it 3A at least. So as for stopping fragments, I mean, it'll work. Right, so yeah, that is flak vest. They're fun, and they've also gone up in price exponentially. I got my first one, which was a large, for free because I tried paying the guy on Facebook and payment didn't go through. So the second one, I think that'll be this one, I got for about 85 bucks. I mean, it's an XL and it came with the cover, so that was a damn good price, especially for 3 years ago. That would be an exceptional price now, but nowadays people, I can't tell if it's either resurgence in Cold War collecting, or if it's people thinking that these have like actual protective, you know, properties against rifles or whatever. But no, this, yeah, you can wear this if you're doing fucking airsoft or you're LARPing. Yeah, the prices have gone from, when I first got into this stuff, they were depending on the condition, age, what pattern it was between first and second. I mean, this one is the first, it's exposed buttons. And if it had like a DCU or a chocolate chip cover or not, they were going between, I don't know, 75 and 120 bucks. You know, like an XL with the actual XL cover, which are usually kind of hard to find. That, you know, they'll be worth about 120 bucks. You know, especially if you actually need an XL to be able to fit into. Unfortunately, the prices have absolutely skyrocketed, and there are people charging between 150 and like 300 bucks for one of these things, which is, I want to say, brain dead. I have to say brain dead. It's absolutely asinine that they're even attempting to charge that much. I mean, even now, there is still there's a glut of them on the market. There is tens of thousands of them out there, and they're just simply not worth that much. Because, I mean, overall, yeah, it's a fun collectible, and, you know, it's cool, it's nostalgic. I mean, it was 80s through the 90s. That was the peak American military. I mean, hello. But, yeah, there is absolutely nothing out there to justify the prices that people are actually putting up for these things, which breaks my heart since I want more of them. Yeah. I need to find a T-block cover for one. That'll be pretty cool. Or finally make a white one. They never made a winter cover for this thing, but I am making one. We'll see how that turns out.